Okay, carpet cleaning world, I just want to show you something that a lot of you guys have watched Johnny Johnson, and a lot of you guys have questions about the steam action truck mounted system. Now, I just want to show you, these are the vacuum inlets that are on the front of the machine, the Nike 1000. I can run 2 wands off of this. Both of them have the black covers on it because I don't use them. I used an inline filter from Steam Action called the F5. They have 2 of them, the F5 and the F3. The F5 is the larger one that holds more debris. So I just want you guys to see something. I'm gonna do a close-up. So this cap is just regular. It doesn't have any cuts in it. This cap has a hole straight through it. So the reason why I do that is so I can restrict some vacuum while I'm prepping and getting the machine together, go talk to the customer, pull my hoses, all that other good stuff. Now I'm gonna bring you back around to the front of the machine so you'll see when I turn it on, we're going to watch the temperature gauge and how it's going to go up. So I might be in there talking to the customer, pulling hoses and everything for about 20 minutes. And I have this set, right? Well, I will have it set at 240. Let's do that right now. So at 240 with the heat exchange unit, with the recirculation jet that's patented for steam action, at 240 it'll dump back in the fresh water tank instead of dumping off in my dirty water tank, because it's fresh water. So it's going to put that hot water at 200 degrees right back into my fresh water tank. So, but we're not going to get that high. We should get right around, 180, 190 by the time I get started. But then by the time I hit the first room, it'll be up to 200, and then it'll stay there. Every time I squeeze the trigger, it'll drop a little bit, and then it'll go back up. So let's see how it heats up. This is how you preheat your steam action truck mounted systems, for you guys that say, oh, it doesn't get hot. Yes, it does. It just has to heat up. And by restricting it the way I showed you with that hole in that cap is going to do it till I put the hose on it to start cleaning. All right. Let me start it back up. right. So, I think you got the gist now of how to heat up your steam action truck mounted unit. Now, I could have sat here and let you see it go all the way up, clearly over 200, but my goal was to show you how easy it is to get your system ready while you're talking to your customer, while you're pulling the hoses, while you're mixing your pre-spray, and once you pre-spray. Once you guys get in there and do all of that, that's when the magic happens. It'll be clearly at 200 or over, and it stays there. And it stays there. So don't get the misconception that the steam action heat exchange units don't get hot. I showed you how I get my machine hot. Let me show you again. So I have these caps. Now I know what you're saying. Roger, where do you get those caps from? Good question. You go to Home Depot. They're in the plumbing aisle. They're on the bottom, very bottom row where all these black caps are. You want to get the one that says 1.5 inch. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking here. 1.5 inch. That's the one you need. Buy 4 or 5 of them. $20 will buy you 5 of them. So I cover all of them. Now, the one that I use, because I'm only really basically using one wand on this machine, and you only need to make a hole in one of them. So what I did was I took a little blade and cut an X in it. I cut an X in it and I stuck a pen through it. Then I took one of those grill lighters and I softened all the rubber that was sticking up around the pen and I cut it off. Then I pulled the pen out and voila, I got the perfect restriction hose. So all I do is when I get ready to start my cleaning, I pull that off and I put my hose on and I am ready to go. Now, that is how you preheat a steam action heat exchange unit. You buy these caps from Home Depot in the plumber aisle. They're down on the bottom shelf, all the way down at the bottom. You need a 1.5 cover. Buy 4 of them. That'll run you about $20. So that way, if you lose one, misplace it, you always do, you got another one to put on. Now, you really only have to do this at the first job of the day. After that, you're in good shape. All right, I hope this helped answer a lot of questions. I'll see you in the next one.